Long ago, in a peaceful kingdom, a kind and wise king and queen longed for a child. They prayed and wished for many years. One day, the wish came true, and a beautiful baby girl was born. They named her Aurora, a name that meant dawn, symbolizing the light she brought into their lives. The entire kingdom celebrated her birth with joy. Bells rang, people danced, and a grand feast was held in the palace. To honor the little princess, the king and queen invited fairies from all around. The fairies arrived in shimmering gowns, their wings glowing with magic. They came with special gifts. One fairy stepped forward and waved her wand, saying, "I give you the gift of beauty. You will grow up to be the most beautiful maiden in the land." Another fairy smiled and said, "I give you the gift of kindness. Your heart will always be pure, and you will spread love wherever you go." The third fairy said, "I give you the gift of wisdom. You will make wise decisions and bring peace to the kingdom." Just as the last fairy was about to speak, a sudden gust of wind blew through the hall, and the candles flickered. A dark shadow filled the room. The witch fairy, Maleficent, appeared, her long black robes flowing behind her. She was furious because she hadn't been invited. Her eyes glowed with anger as she raised her staff and said in a cold voice, "Since I have not invited, I have a gift for the princess. On her 16th birthday, she will prick her finger on a spinning wheel and fall into a deep sleep forever." The entire hall gasped in fear. Then, with the wicked laugh, she disappeared in a flash of green smoke. The king and queen were terrified. The baby princess lay peacefully in her cradle, unaware of the dark fate that had been cast upon her. But the last fairy hadn't given her gift yet. She stepped forward and gently touched the baby's forehead. "I can't undo the spell," she said, "but I can soften it. The princess will not sleep forever. She will wake up when a true love's kiss is given to her." Fearing for their daughter's safety, the king ordered all spinning wheels in the kingdom to be destroyed. But the fairies knew this would not be enough to protect her. They decided to take the princess far away to a small cottage hidden deep in the forest. Disguised as simple women, they raised her as their own and named her Briar Rose. She grew up into a kind and beautiful young girl, unaware of her royal heritage. She spent her days singing with the birds, dancing through the meadows, and picking wild flowers. One sunny morning, as Aurora wandered through the forest, she heard the soft rustling behind the trees. A young man on horseback emerged from the shadows. He was Prince Phillip, a noble and kind-hearted young man. He stopped and listened as Aurora sang a sweet melody. Enchanted by her voice, he said, "You have a beautiful voice. Who are you?" Aurora blushed and said, "I am just a simple girl who loves to sing." They walked together, talking and laughing. Their hearts felt connected, though they didn't know why. As the sun began to set, Prince Phillip said, "I hope we meet again." Aurora ran back to the cottage, excited to tell the fairies about her new friend. But the fairies knew the truth. She was the princess, and it was time for her to return to the castle. That evening, they revealed everything to her. "You are Princess Aurora, and tonight we must take you back to your parents," they said. Aurora was sad to leave the forest and the life she had known. But she was also excited to meet her parents, whom she had never known. However, Maleficent had been watching. As soon as Aurora arrived at the castle, Maleficent tricked her into a dark room where a spinning wheel stood glowing with magic. "Touch it, my dear," Maleficent whispered. Aurora, as if in a trance, reached out and touched the spindle. The moment her finger touched it, she felt a sharp prick. Her eyes fluttered shut, and she fell to the ground. The fairies found her and gently placed her on a soft bed. "The kingdom must sleep until Aurora wakes up," they said. With their magic, they cast a spell over the entire castle, making everyone fall into a deep sleep. Meanwhile, Prince Phillip learned about the sleeping princess. He realized she was the same girl he had met in the forest. Determined to save her, he rode to the castle. The fairies helped him, but Maleficent stood in his way. She transformed into a fierce dragon, her eyes burning with fire. "You shall not pass," she roared. The prince, brave and strong, fought the dragon. The fairies guided him, giving him strength and courage. With one final strike of his sword, he pierced the dragon's heart. Maleficent let out a terrible scream and vanished into smoke. Prince Phillip rushed to Aurora's side. She looked so peaceful, as if she were simply dreaming. He knelt beside her and gently kissed her forehead. "Wake up, my princess," he said softly. Aurora's eyes fluttered open. She looked at him and smiled. "I have seen you before," she whispered. The spell was broken. All around the castle, people began to wake up. The king and queen rushed to their daughter's side, tears of joy in their eyes. They hugged her tightly. Prince Phillip took Aurora's hand and said, "Will you dance with me?" Aurora smiled and nodded. As the music filled the hall, they danced gracefully, surrounded by the joyful people of the kingdom. The fairies watched with happiness, knowing their beloved princess was safe at last. And so, Princess Aurora and Prince Phillip lived happily ever after. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this magical story, please like the video and subscribe to Freddy. Don't forget to click the bell icon for more wonderful tales.